Hey Josh, let's go ahead and tackle a couple of your concerns. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and bring this down to about 50% so that way I can see your entire flyer on its page. And I do see what you're saying about with the margins, and I do see this from a lot of Mac users. Not sure why, but there are subtle differences between your Mac and the Windows-based Office version. Now, you'll also see where there may be different color palettes and stuff like that. Just go with the flow with that. Choose a good color, if you will, in the future on other projects, and we'll work through that together. But I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple tips here. I do see on page 41 that you have a concern with direction number 1, and that brings us to our Layout tab here. Now, in our Page Setup group, there is this pop-out arrow, if you will, and if you put your mouse over that and let it wait to give you the tooltip, it is the page setup. And again, if you look at page 41, look at the figure 162 as it asks you to do in direction number 1, the third bulleted point. You can see where in a big red box there, it's pointing towards the page setup dialog box launcher. So I'm going to click that here. And I believe by default it was set to margins. You want to go to the Layout tab here, and you want to change the vertical alignment to center. That's going to center everything in its entire page, and choose OK. And I don't know if you noticed, but it shifted this down just a little bit there. Wonderful. So now let's tackle our margins. Since we're on the Layout tab as well, we're going to spend some time here. So what I'm going to suggest to do is maybe go to a 1/2 inch margin. Now what that does is it brings all your information over to the 1/2 inch as well. We don't necessarily want that. So what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm on my Surfs Up here. I'm going to play around with my indents, and I'm going to maybe bring this into, went the wrong way. That doesn't help out. Maybe to about 0.4, and I'm just kind of eyeballing this, and maybe I'm going to go with the right to about 0.4 as well. Bring that in a little bit, and then I can always play around with maybe bringing this up or down or whatever before, or I can maybe go even after. Maybe I can't go negative, but anyways, I have that looking nice up above. Now what I want to do here is I want to adjust this information down below here, probably to about there. We're going to try that first, and you know what? If we don't succeed, then we'll try something different. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to grab the bottom part. I kind of call this the hourglass, if you will. It looks like that to me, but I'm on the bottom part of it. There's actually 3 parts of it: a left indent, there's a hanging indent, and then there's a first line indent. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of that, and I'm going to choose a left indent, and I'm going to bring that over to about a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to bring this in about a 1/2 inch. It was at 7.5 inches. I'm going to bring this into about a 1/2 inch to give me a little padding. Now you can see where, okay, my bulleted points don't look so good. So let's go ahead and let's highlight our bulleted points. Now when I do, you're going to see that that hourglass is a little offset. That's because of your bulleted points there. I'm going to grab the first top one, and that's your first line indent, and I'm going to drag this over. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit, and you know what? That looks pretty good to me. Sometimes you may want to increase the size of your image to just kind of maybe move things up and down a little bit to where you kind of take that full page of the flyer up. So if I click off of it, you can see that you are kind of taking up the full page. Again, if somebody was maybe to hire you to make a flyer for their business, you want to make sure that you use the entire page, both top and bottom. So with that, I hope that helps. I hope you can make some of those adjustments, and if you need to, scrub back through that video, kind of look at the details of what I was doing, and I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks a lot, Josh. Have a great evening.